everyone. So today was supposed to be a really exciting day. Basically it was the day that we would be able to register for housing. We got an email a couple of days ago just saying, just a heads up, we're gonna be sending an email out sometime on Monday so you can register for housing. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you know that I had already picked my roommates out. So there were 6 of us all together who had been basically talking since like February. We'd gotten to know each other really well. We get the email this morning and this is what it says. So, not sure if you can see this, but basically it says you can link up with 0 participants. So obviously we were expecting to at least be able to link up with one other person. I don't think this has ever happened before where you literally can't have a single person that you know be able to link up with you. So obviously we were so disappointed. We were on like a group messenger video chat this morning for like 2 hours. People were calling and emailing to see if this was a mistake, and they said it's not. So we can only link up with no one. So basically that means we'll all be living in a apartment with no one we know. People will already be established in their apartment. They'll know each other's living habits, and we will come in completely randomly, getting our last choice of bed, probably our last choice of complex. So this is really disappointing. So obviously we're all really excited for today, and I was gonna be the leader of our group who put everything in dorms, and so I was gonna make a whole dorms registration video that I was really excited about, and then this kind of put a whole damper on things. So I've already registered. What we did is we just put all the same preferences for our housing complexes, so then maybe by some fluke we'll get in the same one, but I still thought I would just go through the dorms registration process for people who either can't link with anyone else or can link. So let's get right into it. So basically you'll get an email that will tell you all the information, how long you have to register, how many people you can or can't link with, and there'll be your roommate number on the bottom. I guess I won't show you that because that might be kind of important to me. And then you can click on the link at the bottom or just go right into dorms. Make sure you're logged in. You'll see the tabs that you can click on here. Obviously you'll go to housing registration. And then I'm not going to show you the next page because it's basically your profile page. It has a bunch of your personal information in it. So you'll just fill in things like your name, your phone number, email address, your regular address, and then you can choose if you want like accessible housing, married housing, so you can live with your significant other, an alcohol prohibited unit, so a wellness room, which I definitely don't want to be stuck in, and if you're bringing a vehicle or not, and then you put an emergency contact person in. So then you just put in your flight info, so I'm just covering, I don't really think it makes a difference, but I'm just covering my flight info. You just put where you're flying from or if you're driving, and then what time you arrive, so that way they can give you a check-in time that will work best for you. And next you'll just be taken to the community codes form, so it just has the information that you put in before, and then just a bunch of stuff you're supposed to read, not that anybody actually does, and it has all these barcodes on them. I printed all this out, I think, just because it automatically printed, but it's just a bunch of guidelines you're supposed to follow, and then you put your birthday in just to confirm, and when you click next it'll take you to the payroll form, which basically says that they're going to be taking your rent out of your payroll, and then they list all of the housing preferences and the prices in here. And this is the fun part. So this is the part where you get to rank your housing. So generally, if you were able to link up with people, before this, you'd be able to put in everyone else's roommate numbers, and then they'd be able to either accept or not accept your request to link up. However, because we can't link up with anyone, we don't have that step. So basically it just says all of the options available to you. So this definitely made it more confusing. We had worked out our options based on like 6-person occupancy because that's what we thought we'd be living in, but then we had to go through and rank all of them. We had to obviously rank all of them because we could put in any one of these options. So you can either put I'm adventurous, please pace me, or I want to specify my housing preferences, which obviously we wanted to do. So then you just drag and drop all of your preferences. You have to choose from all of them if you can't link up with people. So we've got Vista Way, 3-bedroom, 6-person, which is what we were hoping to be in originally, and then all the other ones. And basically the way we did them, we tried to put Patterson really close to the bottom because there's no bus and none of us have a car. We also tried to put the more expensive ones near the bottom, so we were obviously trying to keep it cheaper. And we all really wanted Vista Way. Ideally, or Chatham would work as well just because it does have a bus. So after that, it just takes you to a page that basically sums up everything that you put in. It'll show you your housing rankings as well as all your personal information that you plugged in, and that's when you click submit, and then that will go through. So we have 3 days to fill this out. We were all kind of waiting this morning, hoping to hear back an email saying, whoops, that was a typo, you can actually link up with 6 people, but that never happened. So we just all put in the same preferences. Who knows what's gonna happen? It's pretty lame on Disney's part that they didn't really think through the arrival and departure dates. So we arrive May 7th, and then a bunch of spring DCP people leave on May 10th and then May 17th. And then a bunch of people, like Canadians, summer alumni, and even some Fall Advantage people arrive on the 21st. So they're probably going to be able to link up with people because a bunch of people are leaving on the 10th and the 17th, whereas no one's really leaving right before us, which means they're literally just filling empty spots of like people who have been termed or self-termed, and we get to fill those empty spots, which is absolutely ridiculous considering how much we're paying to do this, and then we won't know a single person in our apartment. So yeah, that's kind of my feelings on that. I have a lot more feelings, but I want to keep this pretty PG, so I won't go into it too much. But definitely let me know if this has happened in the past to you or someone you know. I'm really curious if they've ever done this before or if this is just a huge goof up this year on their part. So leave a comment below, like this video, and if you want to see more Disney content, then consider subscribing. Thanks a lot, you guys. Have a magical day, and I will see you real soon. Bye.
So what can I say except you're welcome for the islands I pulled from the sea. There's no need to pray, it's okay, you're welcome. Ha! I guess it's just my way of being me.